Hello everybody, welcome to today's lesson. We're doing lesson 7 and it's on real numbers. You will be able to determine if a number is rational or irrational. Alright, so rational numbers are numbers that can be written as fractions, and some of this should be reviewed. We've talked about this before a little bit. If I have a number like 2, I can write 2 as 4 over 2, so now it's a fraction. If I had a number like 0.3 repeating, that's really the fraction 1/3. So any rational number could be written as a fraction. And so if we look here, in rational numbers, integers are rational numbers. Now 0.5 is a fraction. 1/2 it would be 1/2. So all of these can be made into fractions, and I think it's important to say, well, what's not rational? That's easier for me. And you know what? There's only two kinds of irrational numbers: pi, and then square roots that are not perfect squares. So like the square root of 3 would go on forever and it would not repeat. This number that they made up here, this would be irrational too, but the most common are square roots that are not perfect and pi. If you're looking over at this box here and wondering, well, what's not real, I can give you an example of a not real number. The square root of negative 25, because remember, it would be impossible to get negative 25 without doing two different numbers. So that's one example of a not real, but you shouldn't have to worry about the not real, not till high school. Okay, so this could kind of be quick. So our task right now is to determine what category these numbers belong to. An important thing to remember is always reduce or simplify the number before you judge it. Okay, so this is a fraction. So while I do know a fraction is a rational number, so this is rational. Okay. And now if I divide it and I do negative 12 divided by 4, I get negative 3. So that would be an integer also. Some of you might be wondering, well, Mr. DeMar, should we say if it's real? Well, all of these numbers are real. So, and like I said, we're not going to deal with real numbers until, or you won't, till 9th grade. Or I'm sorry, you won't be dealing with non-real numbers until 9th grade. Okay, now we have the square root of 2. And remember, I talked about irrational numbers are pi and square roots that are not perfect. So here's one of them right now. The square root of 2 is going to just keep going and going and going, and that is irrational. That's an irrational number. 2. Now, 2 would be rational because we can put it over 1. It is also an integer. Integers can be positive or negative, and it's also a whole number. So it's all of those. 5.2. 5.2 can be rational. I can write it as a fraction 5 1/5. Then that's it. It's not an integer or a whole number. So this would just be considered rational. And feel free to use that little chart on the notes on the previous page. Use that as a good resource and examples to help you answer these. So our last one is negative 2/3. Negative 2/3 is the same as negative 0.6 repeating. Now, this is rational because you can make it a fraction. Okay, so it's okay to repeat. It's okay to repeat. It's okay to repeat. It's okay to repeat. I think you get it. And be rational. R for repeat, R for rational. That's okay. And so that's it. I told you to be quick, so that's your job. Try and identify what group numbers go into. Bring questions you have to class tomorrow. Take care. Bye.